Happy Thursday to all of you, and I am making this video in an attempt to assist you with the final exam. I hate to use the word exam, so we'll just call it the final programming assignments, and there are several of them that are required to do, and then you have your choice of doing some other ones. I am just finding it hard to believe how fast that 7 weeks went by. So let's take a look at this. So you're going to do either programs 2 or 3, but you must do program 1. In other words, you have to do program 1, and then you have your choice of doing program 2 or program 3. So, and then you're going to do one of the remaining programs. So you're going to actually have 3 programs you're going to do. As a hint, use constants for any value that doesn't change, and you may use your book for assistance. So I'm going to give you the instructions here, and then I'm going to show you in Visual Studio exactly how to set it up. You, of course, will need to write the code. So you're going to be doing a program that gets a menu selection. We've done this a bunch of times. Get selection in there. And what you're going to be doing is calling a function to display the menu. Then you're going to call the function that will get the selection. So this is your menu over here. Then you're going to have display menu, and then get selection will actually get the selection. You're going to put this in a while loop that will just keep getting things until you get an X in here. So in other words, the switch in here, the process is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, and then finally X. So you'll see that in the program. So what you're going to be doing is you're getting a character selection and use the do loop to in here, do while loop, so that you make sure that the user gives you a valid selection. If the selection is not valid, you're going to print an error message, and you can use to upper, and I highly encourage it, so that you don't have to check for both uppercase and lowercase. And then, of course, you're going to return the selection to main. Then, based upon the selection, you're going to either call get sum, get quotient, get average, or format phone. Now, I had made a video on how to format phone, and there is information in the book using get line and using the insert. And you don't actually have to, if you don't want to, get the phone number. You can pass that as a string. You'll see when we actually get to it. So here we have get positive number. We did that on last night, where you're getting a positive number. So you're just checking to make sure that the number is greater than 0, or checking to make sure that it's not less than 0, however way you want to do it. And then you can use either cin or get line, either one. If you use the get line, I've given you a little hint on how to do that. So then you're going to use get positive number to get all numbers in there. So for every one of these here, you're going to use sum and quotient, and then the average is an array, so you're going to need to get some elements in the array in there. Then a switch is going to call one of the following functions, and then the last one in here is the string. So when you pass the string, you can either use the string, the get line, to get the phone in there, or you can just pass a string in there if you choose. I'm fine with that. And I've given you a little hint. So you're going to use phone insert, and then you're going to put in a 0 place. You're going to start off with the left bracket, and then you're going to get this. And then you need to put in the area code after the 3 bracket there, and then you're going to need the 4, 5, 6, and that, and you're going to put a dash between 6 and 7. So you're going to do that. And this other one here is a grading program, which we've done several times, and you can use 3 to 5. But remember, when you're doing the grading program and you get in here, make sure that you're doing the if else with the higher one first. And so you can do, you have to do number 1, but you can do this one or program that's going to do the price per pound. And we went over that on Thursday night on how you're going to do that. Again, if you're using the the if-else loop, then you're going to want to do this one first, more than 20 pounds in here. Then you're going to choose one of the following 3 programs, and we talked about this one. So it starts at 1 and loops 10 times, and then you're going to be getting the power. So obviously 1 to the power of 1 or 2 is 1, and then you're going to add half of that. This would be 1.5. Then 2 to the power of 2 would be 4, and then you're going to add half of 2. 3 would be 3 times 3, or the power of 2 is 9, and then you're going to add half of that for 10 for 5. So then you're going to need a total or sum, whatever you want to call it, and average in there. Make sure you check for iterative division. We went over this the other night, which I believe was last night. So this should be easy for you to do, and there's one in the book that's in here. And then you're going to write a program that asks the user for ending value, and you're just going to use a calculate from a loop to display the following: the index and the value of the number. And then what you're going to do is you're going to double it and add 1. So that's why if the number's 2, it's going to be 2 times 2 plus 1 is 5. This one over here is going to be 2 times 5, which is 10, plus 1 is 11, and then so on and so forth. And the next one would be 23. So because you're multiplying 11 by 2 and then adding 1 in there. So let's go to how to do the first one. I know it may be a little confusing in the instructions. So I have the normal stuff that we have in here. Make sure you put your function prototypes on top. The green line here is because I haven't done the definitions, which are going to go down at the bottom. So what you're doing here is I've already given you all the information that you need, so you can use this. You're going to display the menu. You're going to get the menu selection. Then you're going to use a do-while loop. So you're going to do this while process. So obviously the X is going to end the process, so you need to do the code in here. So you're going to have the sum, get sum, and you can print the sum wherever you decide to print it, whether you want to print it right down here or you print it within get sum. Get quotient, remember to make sure that you're not doing integer division. Same thing with average. And then the format phone in here, you can just pass a phone, or you can do get line or cin with the phone and just do it there. Either one is fine, not a problem. And then once it's done processing, you end. So that's the whole exam. Remember, you're going to be turning in 3 programs altogether. If you go into Canvas, you'll see final exam 1, final exam 2. And so if you do programs 1 and 3, and then 5, you choose that one, you would submit 1, 3, and 5, where that is. So let me see if I have that here. This is the actual. Let me drag it over here. So let's go to the modules. And you'll see a module called Final Exam. Here are your instructions here. And then you're going to submit 3 programs here. This is due on April 25th, which I believe is Sunday. Actually, I may have to change that to the 24th because I need to have it Sunday night. So it will be needing to be changed to the 24th. So when you see it, it's going to say the 24th. If I change it before you actually look at it, hopefully will. In here, I have to have them Sunday because grades are due on Tuesday, and there's just no way that I can grade it. I teach from 8 till 1 o'clock on Tuesdays. There's just no way that I can grade them. I will grade anything that you submit by Sunday night. If any other time after that, I'm sorry, I'm just not going to grade it. So I will be available. You can always send in a chat or an email, and I'll do my very best. Now, you won't see final project because we're not doing a final project. And remember, in here is somewhere, if you do the final paper, then you're going to submit that there. Remember, that is optional, and we're good to go. So it can only help you. Don't have to do it, and we're good to go. So anyway, like I said, if you have any issues, give me a holler, and I will do my best to answer those questions. I'm not, unfortunately, going to be able to answer any how do I do this stuff, but I've made enough videos that you should be able to refresh yourself if you need to, and I'm hoping that every single one of you will do absolutely fantastic. So that is it for this video, and I'm going to pause it.